Hey, what's going on, everybody? Kellen Cash here, and I want to talk today about let's talk about the number one thing not to do in business. The number one thing. You know what? That's debatable. So you guys tell me number one or number two. But this is for people in business. Let's just say you aren't a liar. And if you aren't a liar, that's great. But what is the number one thing if you're not a liar to do is not pick up your phone. If you're a liar, don't pick up your phone. Nobody wants to deal with a liar. Nobody wants to deal with, that. But let's say you're doing business, you've been in business for years. Some of y'all have been in business for multiple decades. And I find this to be true, and it just may be where I do I like to do business at, or where business comes to me naturally inside my community. But black folks, you got to do better on answering a phone, and not just black folks, it's a minority thing. And really, the people who don't answer and pick up their phone, and I'm not talking about people who are superstars who don't pick up their phone, because that's a whole different thing. Those people can't pick up the phone. They have people to do that. But even if you do represent superstars, you should pick up their phone and answer emails. If you avoid calls and you're known to pick up phone calls and you're being available, but then you avoid calls, and it's usually because something is going on in life, right? You're stressed out or you got too much on your plate. But as soon as you don't pick up phone calls, you show that your system of doing business isn't perfected, and that you have errors, and that people are relying on you, are expecting your call, whether it's for future business or past business, and you disappear. You show yourself not to be a good business person. You prove to people that maybe you can't come through in the clutch when they need you. See, it's easy when everyone's getting a check for them to say, hey, yeah, I can do this, I can do that, all is well. But it's in the clutch, okay? My mother passed. Business still went on. That was my friend in life, right? That's the one who always had my back. But when she passed, business still went on. And clients were like, oh no, if you need to take a break. I said, no, my mother knew I loved what I did. I'm gonna keep it pushing. But things have to keep going, right? And those were words from her. You gotta keep pushing. But so I don't really take people's excuse when they have something. Now, everyone will deal with death differently. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just everyday stuff. You're buying a car, you're buying a house, your kids are stressing you out. You should have systems for you to be a real business person. If not, you're still showing your amateur ways. And your amateur ways can only go so high. So, what you have to do then is there's services like ours that helps you find what you don't have to do and what you really want to do and how you really can get paid for it constantly. People don't really understand everything that I do. They always ask, what do you really do? Da, 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 da. You pick up the books that I write, you follow, you come for the consulting, you will see what I do. It is a gift from God of what we do. And when we do it at a fair price. Some say it's a premium price, but it's a price that helps us keep the system going. And it's one of those things, you can afford it or you can't. And if you can't, we even have something for you, because we have the time that you can book at a very discounted rate and to give you the nitty gritty. See, a lot of folks are going to charge you $1,000 an hour, $800 an hour, $400 an hour, and you're not going to take anything from it. I'm going to, and I have a team that is going to give you something and give you the notes of do step one, two, three. And it's not going to be a dissertation, so it's going to be very easy. Something like go to your local organizations in your community. They're looking for you, or they can better you, or they can help you find insight. Because I am not of the school that I know everything, that my team knows everything. What I do know is we're effective and we make people think. And sometimes you just need a thinker in your life that isn't necessarily going to knock you down, and also not going to blow smoke up your behind. So what you got to do though is be active, proactive, and you cannot not pick up your phone. That's the number one thing you can't do. You cannot not answer emails. Okay, you got to do that. You got to keep pushing, because especially if you're not, born into a position, you are looked at as the underdog. You're looked at as someone who isn't supposed to make it. And if you're not supposed to make it, you are going to have to work 3 times as hard to show people you are capable, no matter what the situation. This is the problem that we have with doing business in Africa, or big time organizations wanting the help, needing the help, going to see them, but you can't pick up your phone. Same thing from Louisiana to Massachusetts to New York. You're a small business. You say you have working hours. Pick up your phone. Answer your emails. And if you can't do that, you are an amateur off top. And I know nobody likes to hear that, but at some point you have to realize, and we've done this. Emma, top 10 Cameroonian's biggest English speaking Cameroonian, just came out with a video, something we had told him when last we were in Cameroon. You're being lazy. And he came and he admitted that he was being lazy. So many other stories like that. But until you admit it and you don't know everything, see, I'll give you the game. And if you don't deal with me, that's okay, because we're going to continue to do business. There's a line of business people who want to do business. And so people say, well, your prices are high. How much time does that get? You got to understand that no one's going to be a miracle worker in your business. What you do need is a team. We are part of that team because we think outside the box, we dig, and we make it happen. But don't be caught up in it, not picking up the phone. People have email trackers. They see how many times you open the email, but you always have an excuse. Things always, something is always happening to you. Well, let me tell you, my friend, it's happening to you because of what you're doing. It's happening to you because you can see the same pattern, whether it's relationship and business or personal finance, whatever, that you disengage. And when you show that, you're showing sensitivity, you're showing weakness. And in business, you got to be strong to stay in business. If not, you get a job, get a 9 to 5, because they don't require what an entrepreneur, what it takes. This thing can almost make you go crazy if you let it, but there's systems for that too. You need a strong prayer life. You need to actually follow the scriptures and just not be able to quote a couple that make you think that you're smarter than the average bear, because at the end of the day, we're all just a grain of sand. So pick up your phone, right? In this work break conversation, make sure you like and share this information with somebody, even if it's anonymous. And also check us out on Diversified Game Podcast, where I get together with the bruvs and we talk more game and business and just everything. I'm trying to give you the game from every angle, and going around the world talking with people that can really give you the game. Pick up your phone. You see something on social media, don't add me if you're not going to talk to me. Hmm, that's a whole nother one. Don't add someone, don't this and that. We see you watching the messages. You're going to be wiped off. We don't need to talk to you. You follow the business page, Kellen Cash with a K, and, do that, and just keep pushing. But that's why we don't let people waste our time. It's been real with y'all. Pick up your phone, answer your emails. Even if you can't do the job, you at least tell someone I can't do it. I'm out, people. Peace.